Welcome to the Wed Pro Podcast, the show for wedding professionals and business owners.
Each month, we bring you top industry experts, business chat, and hints and tips to grow your business.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Roxy.
Welcome to the Wed Pro Podcast. Welcome to this episode of the Wed Pro Podcast. I'm Katie.
And I'm Roxy.
And we help wedding businesses build better and more profitable businesses without all the stress. So in this podcast, nicely timed with the time of year, I think, Roxy, we're going to be talking all things kind of vision boards, goal setting, manifesting. And it is kind of the time of the year where we start to think about goals and motivations for kind of the year ahead. Writing down goals is kind of an important step to getting closer to those goals. But today we're going to talk about another way of getting clear on your goals and actually visualizing them into your life. And that's vision boarding. Vision boarding is a really great way and creative way as well to make a visualization of everything you want to be and have in your future.
Yeah, I mean, so vision boarding to some of you may seem a little bit kind of out there, but this is something that I maybe came across 3-4 years ago, and it completely changed kind of like my outlook on business goal setting and manifesting those goals in a much more creative way than normally just, writing them down on a piece of paper and keep looking back to the goals.
Yeah, I think the thing to kind of really consider is that if you don't really have that much of a plan for the future, like take this example for example, you wouldn't go on holiday without having a plan, like would you, about planning your budget, where you're going, how you're going to get from the airport to the destination, all of your transfers, exchanging your money, etc. So when you're thinking about what you want to kind of attract in your life in the future, or where you want your business to be, why would you not have a plan for that?
Exactly.
So it's probably time to share with you kind of the first ever time I properly manifested something into my life, and I didn't really know I was manifesting at the time. So I'd been a stay-at-home mum for a little while, and I was thinking about starting my business, and I've been Googling help with writing a business plan. I had absolutely no idea how to write a business plan, and also business loans, because I needed a little bit of cash to start my business. And I'd been considering applying for a loan from the Prince's Trust. And at about the same time as that I was looking, they were having their annual awards where they would get everybody together, all of their celebrity ambassadors, kind of royalty, Anton Deck, Cheryl Cole, Tom Hardy, all of the people that work with the Prince's Trust. And they would celebrate their charity. And they would kind of have awards for Ambassador of the Year, charitable ideas, and a business section too. And anyway, I was having a mum day with my friend. And as she left, I kind of said to her, "Oh, I'm going to open a shop, by the way. And I'm going to go to this." And I showed her a video of the awards that were actually happening on that day. And then I kind of just forgot about it. And she must have thought that I was absolutely crazy. I'm telling you, for me to kind of show her this red carpet event in London.
What are you on about?
Yeah. But kind of fast forward 12 months into my business, and I was nominated for that business award. And yes, I ended up going. And to get there, I had to start my business, be nominated for the regional awards. I had to win the regional awards, then be shortlisted for the finals. All whilst running a business and having 2 young kids. I think my daughter was kind of 2 at the time.
She was tiny, wasn't she?
And my son was kind of 6-ish, with 2 young kids, and I was a single mum as well. And then once I was shortlisted, I had to fill in an application form, film a video. We had like a film crew come out to the shop, didn't we?
Did, yeah.
And then I made the finals, and it was the most surreal experience ever. We got to meet, you came with me, didn't you? We got to meet and mingle with loads of celebrities, and I was awarded their National Business Award by Prince Charles, which was lovely. And from there, I became an ambassador for the charity and went on to front some of their amazing campaigns. Roxy joined me on their Women's Employment Women campaign, and loads more too.
Yeah.
But what I hadn't realised was that I'd manifested something there without really knowing it. I kind of had said, I'm going to go to that as a flippant comment, and then fast forward 12 months on, I was actually there. So really surreal moment there. And this podcast is going to talk through all about vision boarding. And you might have heard about vision boarding, and maybe you've dabbled in it a little bit in the past. But today we're going to take you through the steps to creating a vision board and give you some ideas. This isn't something that I actually do that regularly, but everything I've ever put onto my vision board, I've achieved. And I've put some big things on there, like a bigger house. Oh, do you remember on my vision board, it was you actually, Roxy, that pointed out that actually all I ever used to talk about was wanting a kitchen with an island.
I was just about to say, all you ever would say is like, I know when I've made it because I'll have a kitchen with an island. And guess what?
I've got a kitchen with an island now, haven't I? So, but yeah, that went on my vision board. I put on a bigger house with a garage, which I don't know why I wanted a garage actually, because that's actually where my award is sitting, actually, in my garage.
Oh, that's really sad. Get that award out. We want to see it on Instagram.
My office, those of you that kind of watch our videos will know what my office looks like, and I want my office girlified. That's going on my vision board for next year.
Yes. I mean, I can always hold your award for you in my girl office.
No, I don't want anyone to touch it because it's still got Prince Charles.
Still got Prince Charles fingerprints on it, hasn't it? So the vision board, and the last time we did it together was in our community, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I put on a bigger house, more time with the kids. I put some income goals on there, expanding the business. They're all the things that went on my last vision board, and all things that I've ticked off. What went on yours, Roxy?
So what went on mine was getting healthier, getting fitter. Ticked that one off. Wanted to go on holiday. Unfortunately, that one didn't get ticked off because
you did go on holiday.
Did I go on holiday?
You went on holiday to Wales a few times.
Yeah, well, what? Okay, that counts, everyone. But what I meant was like reliving the honeymoon vibes in Santorini or something like that. So,
but pandemic.
Yeah, but pandemic happened, so that one's on hold. Still going to go ahead. That one is. What else did I want? I wanted to be successful at work, and I remember having a quote on there that was like, "Your vibe attracts your tribe." And I think our community's been growing. We've got lots of lovely businesses that we help and follow us that are actually quite close to a lot of them now. I feel like no one first name terms. They can come to us whenever they need help with that kind of a question. Also, I can't think.
I had on there as well, like spending more time with the kids.
Yeah,
I was quite working all the hours into the sun. And I wanted a much better work-life balance. I put passive income on there, expanding the business in another country on there as well. And these are all things, writing a book, that went on mine, all things that I ticked off and did.
It is amazing how actually it's kind of like plants the seed in your mind without having to keep thinking about it. It's almost like, I can't think of the word that I'm looking for now. It's like manifestation. It makes things come to life. I don't know why.
I'll talk a bit more about like psychology about that in a minute. But this time of year, we're going to get into the end of 2021, which is crazy. But it's this time of year where we start to think about goals and motivations for next year, and maybe just hit reset on some stuff too. And we've had another tough year, 2021 and 2020. Lives have changed, and maybe instead of like focusing on your hopes and goals for yourself and in your business, it's just been about getting through it. I actually didn't do a vision board last year.
No, me neither.
But it's definitely not been the year I've been expecting, and many of my goals went out of the window. But this year, I'm going to be hitting reset and getting crazy clear on what I want to achieve and what motivations I have for the year ahead. And 1,000%, I'm going to carve some time to kind of think about what I want to achieve by this time next year and get that on my vision board as well. Definitely.
I think there is a better time than now to be doing this. So, really want you to all get stuck in with this, and we'd love to see the outcomes too. So make sure you let us know that.
Yeah, 100%. I think for me, 1000% going on my vision board for next year will be a beautiful office.
I know what I want, because me and you are on about this all the time. This is more like a personal goal, but I want us to go on a girl holiday.
Yeah. Let's get that on there. We'll do it. I actually, my partner's away this weekend, and I was actually going to try and do the office while he wasn't here, and then he'd come back and he wouldn't have an office anymore, and it'd be like
girlified.
It's kind of his man PlayStation room, isn't it? Like,
get rid of all his Marvel photo, that picture.
Yeah. And I was actually thinking, have I got time? He's away for about 48 hours. Have I got time to like IKEA this room up? I decided to get on with Christmas shopping. Okay, anyway, so writing goals down is an important step. We've already talked about this. To growing closer to what you want to achieve, and also it allows you to connect with that goal as well, and with what you want to achieve, and enables you to get really super clear on what you want.
I think when you do this, you are more likely to achieve your goals anyway, because they'll be at the top of your mind. You know, you could be looking at your vision board every day, and you'll find yourself thinking about the goals on a regular basis, rather than writing them on a piece of paper, having to look through your notebook, like, where are those goals? But I have mine on my screensaver on my phone, which is a really good place, because what do you pick up 100 million times a day? Your phone.
Yeah, exactly. But when we talk about vision boards and visualing, it really brings you much closer to writing it down, as you just said. And it isn't just about your business either. It's about visualizing everything you want to be, everything you want to do, and everything you want to have in your future. Basically, it's about taking a blank canvas and adding images, quotes, affirmations, and graphics and pictures that represent what your goals are.
Yes.
For you then to be able to attract positivity and abundance to your life. And a study in psychology today shows that visualization is a powerful tool in achieving success. And the study actually said that by establishing a highly specific goal and imagining the future as if you've already achieved that goal, you can actually allow it to manifest in your life. And you have a good example of this as to what we used to do in the bridal shower.
Yeah, I do. I actually have two examples. With you talking about kind of you manifest, you know, without even knowing it, saying, I'm going to go there, like, I'm going to go to that event. So I'd say the first time this happened to me is actually when I got the job at the bridal shop. So kind of rewind a little bit more. When I saw the job advertised that you'd put on FaceB, I literally said to myself, I'm going to get this job. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know how childcare is going to work, how I'm going to get there. So I don't think I had a car at the time, but I went for it. And then everything else just fell in place, which was amazing. But the second time that I'd use it, and it was purposely used, was when I would have bridal appointments. And this is something we would always kind of try and get our other girls to do in the shop, is that before the sale, manifest and, you know, really think and feel as if you've already sold a dress in that appointment. So you're kind of getting those pressures out of the way before you walk into that appointment. And I'm not joking, 9 times out of 10, it would work.
And I think it's just about that, taking that pressure off, and also having that confidence and self-belief. And I'll talk a little bit more about vision boards and visualization a little bit later. But I think 90% of this is mindset.
Yes. 100%, yeah. I don't even think 90%. I actually think 100%. Your mindset and how you think and how you perceive things is a really powerful tool that's really underutilized. But it sounds a little bit like out there, almost. But with me, so having anxiety, I had CBT, cognitive behavioural therapy, and that was all about literally training your mind to think in a different way. And it completely changed the outlook on my life just by thinking differently.
Crazy. So a vision board is a tool that places visual representations of your goals in one space. So I think on mine, I had like pictures of my kids. I had a picture of like my dream house. picture.
I like big goals and little goals. I had a picture of food on mine, which represented I wanted to eat nice, healthy food.
I think I might have done that. I had a quote on there.
Yeah.
What was my quote? Oh, I'll let you know. It's actually still on my phone. I need to redo mine. I am fabulous. I know I am fabulous, and no one can stop my fabulous ass.
Yes, baby.
And then also, I actually have this tattooed on me. You are your only limit.
That's very true.
And I have "This is my year" on mine. So like little positive quotes, so words, pictures, representations of your goals and your mindset and things that inspire you.
So let's just touch on a minute what you said and what you have tattooed on yourself. You are your only limit. I think for kind of goal setting like this and vision boarding, I would look at it as though the sky's the limits, that there are no limits on what you can achieve, like no matter how big. So think about, the monthly income you want to be taking, your ideal client, what kind of brides you want to attract, what kind of grooms, what kind of couples, what kind of office you want to work in. Like, do it as if nothing was out of limits.
Yeah, and then what you want to do is put them somewhere that you're easily going to see them frequently, so you're able to manifest regularly the things that you want to achieve. And by looking at it each and every day, you're going to be visualizing all of these things for your life, and it's a great way to kind of achieve their goals by keeping them in front of you. You're reminding yourself of them, and then seeking ways to get closer towards them. Thinking about, well, this is what I want. Thinking about, what do I need to do to get there? And a vision board is the perfect way to do that. By putting a vision board somewhere, you're going to see it each and every day. You're going to prompt yourself to achieve things more regularly and become much more closer to the goals. And that's important because visualization actually opens a creative kind of power in your subconscious, and it kind of wakes up parts of your brain that can help you to reach those goals and move your life in an intentional direction. And also it provides that crazy motivation as well. And I'll touch on this a little bit later, but I'm crazy competitive, probably with myself actually, so that when I say I'm going to do something, I want to do it. So it kind of motivates me forward. Like, I'm going to write a book. I probably started my book in the Jan and then put it to one side. Business got busy, COVID happened, blah, blah, blah. So I kind of put it to one side and then picked it back up in October and wrote it within a month.
Yeah, I remember, and I think I'm actually quite similar, is that if I say I want to do something and I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. Like, I am doing it.
Yeah, just imagine like when your husband says, oh, you can't do that.
Oh, that is the highest motivator of my life.
And you're like, excuse me, what?
Yeah, you saying what now? Or, think about those people, or even not even like say this horribly, but sometimes, well, quite often, as we all know, when you run your own business, it's almost like people don't, and your family don't take it as a real job. And I say that with like the nicest intentions, but that just makes that fuels me.
Yeah. How many
times? I'll show you about my, part-time work for yourself job. House.
The best thing, and we'll all have stories of this, but here we go. We'll just put in a little funny story. Your phone constantly rings, doesn't it, with your family?
Yes, all the time, all of the time. So now I've set like actual boundaries, and I also, certain members of my family, I do block daily.
Working hours.
In my working hours.
Working from home has actually been. and I moved house as well, so two things together, because I moved away from kind of my friends. But when we used to have the bridal shop, how often would we have, I mean, she won't listen to this, so it doesn't matter if how often would we have a certain person just come in and sit with all the shopping like every day and just
come and have a nap?
We'd have to go make her a cup of tea.
Yeah, that is very true. I mean, yeah, it isn't it strange how, like, if you were employed by somebody else, people accept that as okay, boundary there, that they're at work. But when you work for yourself, it's almost like, oh, it's all right. you can almost picture hours. And I'm like, I'm going to say it, Mum, I still have like meetings to attend, deadlines to meet. Like, it's not like I'm just sat here going, I love my working for myself.
Waiting to do nothing.
Exactly. Sorry about that, everyone.
Sorry, guys.
You can relate.
So we want to give you kind of 5 steps to help you make your own vision board for 2022. And I'll run through these steps really quickly, and then we'll dive into them a little bit deeper. So firstly, define your goals. And we've talked about a few of those and given you some examples of what's been on our vision boards in the past. Number 2, determine and think about how you want to feel. Thirdly, find your inspiration. 4th, plan out your board. And then number 5, bring it to life. So let's dive into these steps in a little bit more detail. So first, defining your goals. Get clear on what it is you want for your life in the next year. So is it more bookings? Do you want to work at a particular venue? Do you want to have more time with the kids? Do you want to hit a particular income? And that is something that's going on my vision board for next year.
Mine too.
I want to hit a specific monthly income every month. So that one's going on mine. Whatever it is, gain clarity by spending a little bit of time really getting clear on exactly what you want your ideal life to look like within the next year.
So a good way you could do this is you could do a mind map, which is quite, creative. Get a piece of paper, get a notebook, jot them all down. It might be that you've got a perfect client that you've always wanted to work with. Get it in there. What kind of projects that you love, whether you want to do a style shoot at a specific venue or with some specific suppliers, what your office is going to be like, Katie. Where is it? What does it look like? What you could do? We could convert your garage. Anyway, that's a story for another day.
No, we'll convert the garage into a man pad, and I'll have the nice warm office in the house.
Truth. Good point.
Okay.
I'd map them out.
Yeah, focus on a few things that you really want for yourself and your business in the next year, and really take this as an opportunity to kind of just plan for your future. Secondly, decide how you want to feel. And this is quite a nice one, because your vision board of your ideal life shouldn't only be focused on stuff, but ask yourself, how will you feel? And really think about this. And we touched on this when we gave the bridal appointment story, in terms of the confidence and taking that pressure off. But how are you really going to feel when you achieve that thing, when you book and go on that amazing holiday, when you have a better work-life balance? Ask yourself, how do you want to feel on a daily basis, and what do you want that to look like this next year? Do you want to feel joy, love, fearlessness, financial freedom, whatever it is? Take some time to create a list of words attached to how you want to feel over the next 12 months. Plus, take a moment to just focus on how you want the people around you to feel. What energy do you want to bring to those people around you, your family, the clients that you work with? What do you want your couples to say about you as well?
So let's just go back to, how I used to manifest in the bridal shop and, really make that sale before it's happened. So our shop was on 2 levels. So the downstairs was where kind of the front of the shop was. That's where the brides and the bride tribe would come in, and the appointments were held upstairs. And what I used to do before an appointment is just really harness and remember that feeling of what it used to feel like for me when I'd come down those stairs, like, guess what, girl? It used to be the best feeling ever, to come down and say, I've made a sale. Not only was I like top saleswoman, obviously, I used to really enjoy seeing the happiness on their faces, and obviously making my boss Katie happy as well. That was up there, but I really used to manifest those feelings. So that is a really really good one.
And I think that actually helps you. And for those of you listening that potentially don't have bridal shops, but thinking about, there will be a time in your business where you have to ask for the sale, where you have to sit down and say, right, let's talk money, let's talk budget, and just taking that pressure off yourself, and just spending a moment thinking, okay, pressure's off. confidence. You're probably radiating like happiness. Like the girls, like we were quite a fun young team, weren't we?
Yeah,
Young-ish team. We would come downstairs, and quite often we'd have like a little like dance or a high five, or yeah, I've made the sale, or whatever it was, like champion.
I love that feeling now. Like even just talking about it, honestly, I feel like I'm radiating, like I'm beaming right now.
Yeah, and then you take that positivity into your appointments. So
Yeah.
kind of just think about that when you're, you know, you next sit down and you next sit down with a consultation with your client. Just kind of have that kind of story in your mind. So number 3, find your inspo. And this is the fun bit. Schedule just a couple of hours to kind of look through magazines, Pinterest, Instagram, the internet, and save pictures and pin things that represent your goals and that speak to you. And remember, your vision board isn't going to look the same as anybody else's. So this is about what are you drawn to, what are you attracted to, and picking those images that you are drawn to for what you want in your life. You're going to be looking for words, images, quotes that resonate with you. Like I shared what was on my vision board next year. Some of you will be like, oh, I like that quote. Some of you won't like those quotes or be offended by those quotes, and that's fine. My vision board isn't for you, it's for me. Like, so you pop on your vision board what you want to attract over the next 12 months.
This time when I do mine, I'm gonna go big. Like I'm thinking of like, because last time it was a little bit, I think obviously it was the first ever board I've done, but I kind of limited myself to what I thought was achievable, when actually what I should have done was gone for whatever I wanted and then made it achievable.
Yeah, and that's it, isn't it? Actually, now when I think back, mine was some pretty big stuff.
Yeah. Yours was.
Yeah, so you might want to add colour, whatever inspires you. Either cut it out and add them to your board, or pop
Put on Canva, guys. You know how much we love Canva.
Sometimes it's hard to find these images. You can look for stock photos, go onto Google,
Pinterest,
and you can print them out too. And this kind of takes us to our next one about mapping out your board number 4. Again, another fun one. Once you've got enough photos and images and quotes, it's time to put it all together and make your vision board. Now, you can decide to make it on card and stick pictures to it and hang it in your office, or I know somebody actually that would put it on the inside of their wardrobe. So every time they opened the wardrobe in the morning, it was there, the first thing that they saw in the morning when they were stood naked, getting dressed in the morning. They were focusing on their goals.
Look at those goals, like, yeah.
I could never put it in my wardrobe because, number one, I get that oh my God, what am I going to wear today thing. I don't know why I get that. I work from home like 80%.
So yeah, like, there's no pressure for that, Kate.
Not at all. And then secondly, I'm like a clothes buyer I'm an avid clothes buyer. Like every week there's parcels of clothes coming to my house. So I'm just like stuffing stuff in my wardrobe constantly. My wardrobe is not a happy place for me. So my vision board would not be going as on a wardrobe. It can be a digital vision board. I make vision boards in Canva and similar to Roxy, save them as the lock screen on my phone. So it's there on my phone every single day. I must do that 30, 40 times a day at least. It's up to you how you want to make it. It just needs to speak to you. And it's time for you to kind of get super creative.
No, I like that one. I like that. I look, as a whole, we are a creative industry, so this is right up our streets. Like, and I would look
like corkboard, whatever. Like, in front of it.
Get a big piece of MDF. I mean, you can make it as big or as little or whatever you want. It's personal to you, and like Katie was just saying, everybody is going to vary, and that's absolutely how it should be. 100%. Because it's individual to you and your goals and your style as well.
Lastly, bring your vision board to life. So to get the full benefit of your vision board, it's important you place it somewhere you're going to see it every day.
Yeah.
Ideally, hang it up somewhere or have it on your phone. But if for whatever reason you don't want it on show like that every day, maybe you want to do it in a diary. Just make sure you're looking at it as often as you can. And you can take this further as well. So you can kind of hold yourself accountable, asking, what should I do this week to move myself forward towards this goal? I don't tend to do that. I think with mine, mine must be like I'm subconsciously working towards it. That I don't tend to like look at it and say, how am I getting to that? Or even with the Princess Trust story, when I went to the awards, I totally forgot that I'd said that. It kind of is a passing comment, and work towards it kind of subconsciously, and then boom.
But you know, we all do learn and process things differently, don't we? So however you need to do it, it's kind of
about attracting positivity and attracting abundance and what you want, because you popped it out into the universe. And I'm not, I can be and I can't be, can I? I can be quite like, oh, I'm going to pop this positivity out into the universe and it's going to come back to me.
You go through kind of waves of it, don't you?
Yeah, I do. And then, but actually, more often than not, it is true, whether you're a spiritual person or not a spiritual person, or whether you just do this as a practical exercise, having your goals written down in front of you, spurring you on, making sense of where the next 12 months in your life is going to look like, what the next 12 months in your business is going to look like, is a good idea anyway, whether you do it as a spiritual thing, the universe and all of that, or whether you just do it as a business exercise. Vision boarding is going to give you that focus and excitement and motivation, and move you forward as well. And then without really having an idea about what you want to move forward in your life, how are you going to expect to achieve it? But you want to be visualizing what you want to come true. And by doing that, you're able to tick things off and add more things too, if you like. I don't tend to do that. The last vision board that we did this together, didn't we? And we did it in that group. Probably 2 years ago now, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was probably, definitely 2019.
2 years ago, because
2020.
It was for 2020.
Yeah.
And then 2021, I didn't do a new one, but I'm definitely going to do one this year.
This is something that we've been kind of talking about for a little while, haven't we? But there's just never been the right time. But now, perfect time. We get into the end of the year. Sorry about that, guys. That's my squeaky chair, if you heard that. I've been literally sitting so still.
I don't tend to kind of go back off and tick things off or change things around. I kind of just tend to have it there and like somehow subconsciously work towards those things that I kind of planned out anyway. I'm going to put some things on there next year. I've decided I'm going to, I don't know, should we go for a second house in the Maldives? Like, let's get it on.
Let's do it.
And then subconsciously in 12 months I'll be lording it up in the Maldives.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, over the next kind of week or so, sit down and plan mine out, and then I'm going to share it with you all on Instagram, so you'll be able to see kind of my goals for the future, and we would love to see yours as well. If this isn't something that you don't want to share out with people, that's absolutely fine, but for those of you who do want to share, you can do so. You can tag us at Twizzing Global, send it as an inbox, tag us on a story, however you want us to see it. We would really love to see you all involved.
And remember as well, like, this doesn't have to be a yearly thing. Like, if a year seems too long to achieve what you want to, perhaps do a quarterly vision board for what you want in your life over the next couple of months. But it's important to be open to change to hit those goals. Like, you're going to have to do something to work towards achieving them. They're not just going to magically just happen. But honestly, every time I've done a vision board, I've achieved everything on mine, and I've had some big things on there, moving to a bigger home, growing a business in another continent, having a better work-life balance, which honestly, 3-4 years ago, I would never put my laptop down. Jesus, I was on it like 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock. I would think nothing about putting the kids to bed, going up and down the stairs, dealing with 2 children under kind of 6, putting them to bed, and then sitting down to work at 10 o'clock at night with a coffee, going to bed at 2 in the morning. I have done that once in the past 2 years because we were launching something and we needed it right and ready, and I think I worked till about 4 a.m. But that used to be my regular. So having a work-life balance for me did not exist Whereas now, I have a really good work-life balance. I'm there for the kids every weekend. I'm there, take them to school, pick them up from school every day.
Did you feel by doing that? I've always kind of been quite strict with like try not to work so late. But for those of you, and maybe like you can drop us a comment on this as well, who have done that in the past, was it that you were doing it because you thought like you're going to be more productive? Was you more productive, or are you getting more done now? Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
I think the reason I was doing it was I was just put myself under so much pressure. Like, we had a team of staff at the shop that everyone's wages need to be paid. Some of the time I wouldn't be that motivated to work in working hours in the shop. It was kind of a loud environment. It would get interrupted constantly, either by like the phone ringing or people coming in to see me or my friends popping in to see me, or
sometimes it could be classed as more of a social thing than
social club, or sometimes I don't know, oh, last night my boyfriend did this, or blah 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 from whoever. I'm one of the girls.
I thought you were going to say a name then.
Yeah, it wasn't the most productive place to work, was it? And I just felt all this hustle pressure. Like, you want big things for your business, you're going to have to work all the hours under the sun, which is a load of bollocks.
It is absolutely
a load of bollocks. Holidays, that was on my vision board as well. I ended up having some really nice holidays actually, and before the pandemic. And then actually I did go away not so long ago, which was nice to get away for a couple of days. Passive income, that was on mine as well. So having some sort of income that would come in without us actively having to go out and get it and be present for that income to come in. So now we have, quite a lot of streams of passive income, don't we?
Yeah.
Writing a book was on there. Moving towards some sort of financial freedom. I'm not totally financially free, but I'm in a good place financially, like in an okay place, comfortableness, which is nice, bearing in mind kind of when my husband left, I had no income, nothing, all these bills to pay, no child support. Like I said, all of these things are good, and hit all of them kind of subconsciously, like I said. I've been aware of them, but I most definitely haven't kind of worked towards any setting stone roadmap plan. Whereas I'm like, oh my God, like I want a new house. What am I going to have to do to get there? I've not done that. I've just kind of got my head down, worked, been motivated.
That's it. I mean, like you touched on a little bit ago, you know, when you said they aren't going to magically come to you. You are going to have to, you know, put a little bit of graft in to kind of get there. But the fact that they are out there in the universe, you're going to manifest them every day. It's going to motivate you. And once I get motivated, I mean, it doesn't take much to motivate me, actually. Once I see like a little glimmer of like, oh gosh, like I'm moving forward, that's it. It really kind of spurs you on and on and on and on. And that's what this is all about, is helping you realise your goals.
I'd say really it's about mindset.
Yes.
And motivation to achieve what I said I would. And definitely that competitiveness within me too. Apologies, a little bit of a frog in my throat there. So yeah, like if you were going to sit down and do vision boarding, it doesn't have to be complicated. It's so easy. Just think, you know, where do I want to be this time next year? What kind of weddings do I want to be doing? What do I want my couples to, you know, what kind of budgets do I want my couples to have? What kind of venues do I want to be working with? Do I want holidays? Do I want
to have staff, or, you know, to be able to offload some of my work on somebody else? Or
do I want to be able to take a month off from my business and not do anything?
That would be nice.
Holidays. I don't know. Do you want a puppy? Like, whatever it is.
You might be able to afford a new car because your wheels are falling off yours, like mine are.
There you go. You're going to put a car on yours.
Oh, yes, I am.
So whatever it is, like, it doesn't have to be complicated. It's a really easy, nice activity actually, and it puts you in a good mood, and it brings some positivity, and it's winter in the outside, and it's just nice to be able to think about, oh, this is where I'm going to be in 12 months, and this is what I want in my business in 12 months, what I want in my relationships with my friends, with my family, with my partner, with my kids.
Talking about the kids anyway, I think this would, for me and my kids, might be a good exercise to do with them. So maybe I could have like a business one and then like a family mood board, a vision board as well.
Pretty much saying now 100% certain that my kids would not be interested one bit.
They are.
But
if it was things that they could achieve though, that's what I'm thinking for mine. Oh, we'll see.
Yeah, it'll be nice.
On that.
Yeah, it'll be lovely. I mean, definitely for me next year, we want to go away on a family holiday, which will be, I've got a child autistic spectrum, and that's going to be insane abroad, airports, noise, new places, foods, like all of it is going to be.
This is, I also, I have an ADHD / ASD child. And possibly my little girl also, something going on there. But anyway, I've always not wanted to go abroad because I just think that is going to be too much for me right now.
I'll let you know how it goes. But me and you are going to go abroad, so there you go. There you go. We'll leave the kids behind. Sorry.
Yes, leave them with the partners. Goodbye.
Yeah. Adios. But whatever it is, pop it down, share it to Instagram, tag us in it if you would like us to see it. We'd love to be a part of that. I think as well, for those of you that are part of our group, I think we might should we do a live vision board kind of exercise?
That's a good idea.
Where we do something inside of our group, so we'll link that in the show notes. Thanks for listening. Good luck with your vision boards. We can't wait to see kind of the ideas that you've got, and maybe you can give us a couple of extra ideas as well.
That's it. And if you start doing your vision board and you think, oh my life, like how on earth am I going to get to these goals? We are now offering power hours, aren't we, Katie?
Oh yeah, 100%. So if you're your vision for your business is looking a little bit different, or you're not quite aligned, your business is not quite aligned with where you want to go in the future. We have been doing kind of social media audits for a little while, haven't we? And quite often people will ask us, and as part of our social media audits, we do this anyway, don't we? We go and look at websites, we go and look at what we can find out online about the businesses that we work with, just to make sure that it's all aligned. So now you can work with us for an hour purely on your business, and you'll get an hour with us, but prior to your hour, we'll have looked at least 3 hours over your content and over your stuff, and we'll come up with a plan with you, actionable steps of how you can achieve the things that you want to achieve in the next 12 months. They're £99 to work with us, first come, first served. We can't open up loads because we've got 100 different umbrellas underneath our big business umbrella, haven't we? 101 different kind of things going on. But we open up to a few different businesses, and £99, and we'll look at social media, Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, website, emails. We'll look at your sequences, we'll look at your prices, we'll look at your images, bios, every touch point of your business. Yeah, that's it. We'll look at all of those touch bits. We'll make sure that they're all aligned. We'll look at your ideal client in depth. If you don't have an ideal client, or you don't quite know what an ideal client is, we can work with you on that as well. We get some really good feedback from our one-to-ones anyway, don't we, Roxy? We can put you in touch with a few of our past clients if you want to speak to them. Or if you just want to jump on a call for a couple of minutes just to see whether it's right for you, right for your business, and whether we're going to be a good match, we're happy to do that as well.
So we did this with, we literally jumped on a call, didn't we, with a certain lovely photographer not too long ago, not for a power hour, just to see whether we could help him or not. And from the things that we spoke about, he went away and did so much in his business already, even before his power hour. Like, he ended up getting, 2-3 bookings that week just from a 10-minute call with us.
From a week. And we were, 15-minute conversation with him?
10-15 minutes call, just batting around ideas. Got him 3 bookings.
Yeah, telling him, look, this isn't working on your website, we could do with the change in this. 15 minutes of tips, and he's gone away and booked. How many weddings did he book? 2-3?
2-3, yeah. Instantly.
Yeah, and constantly he's coming back with, I've just changed this, I've just done this, and we're like, woo! We're so happy for you. So yeah, £97 to get a full hour with us. We'll work on your business prior to the chat with you as well. So you're gonna be getting like 4 hours worth of our brains.
And both of our brains as well. Like, not normally, businesses like ours are one-man bands, but there's two of us, which is great for you guys.
As well, like it's we say this all too often, that it can be a little bit lonely working as a one. But some of the time, and this is we often do this, me more than you, Jenna Roxy, I'm thinking of a word or I'm thinking of an idea and I can't get it out of my head.
You'll go, what's that? And then I'll go, and you'll go, oh, got it.
Yeah, and I just need to, and I've worked with coaches and mentors in the past. Sometimes, and that's not what we're offering, but sometimes quite often a mentor won't give you the answers, but it provides you with the space to kind of work it out on your own. Now, we will give you the answers, but we'll also be that sounding board so that we can kind of brainstorm and come up with some ideas and move your business. If you've got a particular hurdle that you can't get over, we'll move you on. So yeah, £9-10. We'll pop the details of how you can book that in the comments below. We're keeping that price till about mid-Feb. So if you book on now, you can take your power hour anytime between now and the end of Feb. Let's get your marketing engagement season ready. Let's get everything singing beautifully so that when the next cohort of engaged couples come your way from kind of Christmas onwards all the way over up to Valentine's Day in a couple of months, everything is on point. There's nothing there that's making anyone feel a bit iffy. There's nothing there that's breaking that trust that you're working hard to build, that you come across as the ideal person for them, that, you know, maybe they love you on social media, but then as soon as you get them in your emails, they're ghosting you. Let us fix those problems. Let us look over it and say, right, this is what we can see that needs changing. Like, do you have this in your business that could catch people that are kind of forgetting to pay their deposit or whatever it is? Let us help you with that. So £99, you can take it anytime between now and the end of Feb. Remember, like 70% of engagements happen in the next couple of months. So this is income for your business for the next 2 years. So it pays to get it right.
You've got to be ready. You've got to be ready.
You don't want to be. You're sitting here at the end of Feb thinking, oh shit, I've not booked as many, because this is your income for the next 2 years. Like, it's not going to be the income for now. It's where you want to be in 2 years' time. So like, if you're thinking about this exercise and you're thinking, oh my word, I want to hit 50 grand a year, 60 grand, 70 grand a year, those bookings are coming from the next few months inside of your business. So totally, I could talk about this all day.
I know, but it's such a worthy service that we offer. I know that sounds like blowing our own trumpets a little bit, but honestly, like Kate said, we've got lots of past clients that we can put you in touch with if you wanted to find out a little bit more about it that way. We will put all the information in the show notes for that, and we'd love to see your vision board. So you can tag us at Twizzing Global on Instagram, but we will also put in there the link to the live that we're going to do in our community, so you can get involved with that as well if you want to.
Perfect. So yeah, thanks for chatting to us, guys. Thanks for listening to us today, and we will see you on the next one.
Speak soon, guys. Bye.
Bye.